have that fun. Listen to Archangel of Return to Chivalry Wednesdays from 3 to 4.
And we are back. It is your boy Truth and Truth in the AM. I am here with the one and the only Too Real to Be Phony. Trooper Joe is in the building. Troop, so there's a story of 4 men who were ambushed in Niger. And there's a lot of news that came out of that. First, one of the news things that came out was Donald Trump's phone calls to all of the men.
Mm-hmm.
And
Their family, yes.
And the family, and did he really apologize, or did he not apologize, or did he say that they knew what they signed up for, or how the military is supposed to be ran? But you had some concerns about the military yourself, did you not?
I have concerns about the way that the civilian population and the political population and the media is trying to interject themselves into military operations. They really should stay out of military operations.
The media?
The media should start doing its job as journalists, and they should start reporting the news.
Okay.
Not the commentaries and all these things that everybody's so addicted to now that you don't care what the news is. You want to hear what all the wash is. Let's blow it out of proportion. Mm-hmm. That's what they want to hear. And this is what they did with this thing here. It's like, what it be asking, why are they there? Well, they're obviously there because there's a world threat going on with the terrorist organization.
Right.
That literally come and kill people. So I think that's one of the reasons why they did. So why ask the stupid question and try to get justification for that? Why is the military there in Niger? Because the ISIS is there trading their people, and there's the Bogota people. See, we don't pay any attention to the black population over there.
Mm-hmm.
Bogota, the Bogota rebels that's over there, they're all part of the ISIS movement.
Mm-hmm.
They're all terrorists and stuff. They've been killing people over there by the thousands, but we don't pay any attention to that because in this country they don't look like the majority of the people in this country. So it's not that newsworthy. But now you got 4 U.S. soldiers who were killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So now all of a sudden this becomes something really outrageous and should have never happened and stuff. Folks, they're over there to training the military over there in how to use the new weaponry that they're getting,
mm-hmm.
how the new tactics that's being employed, the strategies. And when you train something, Colin Powell called it force multiplying.
Uh-huh.
You train the indigenous people so that they can fend for themselves in a much better way. That's what they're over there for. You just don't train them on the blackboard. That's why the civilians and the population and the journalists should take a back step when it comes to military procedure. You want everything on the blackboard. You want everything to already have a conclusion to it.
Yep.
You know, it's not going to happen in that regard. So they're over there training. So you train, now you got to go out in the field and you have to use what you train.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they picked a place that didn't have heavy enemy activity in it.
Nope.
You use the word enemy. Maybe that means that they're bad guys. I don't know.
Right.
You know, so they picked that place. And what happened? They got ambushed.
Yep.
You know, why did they get ambushed? I don't know. They don't know. I know who does know. They're called the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
They said, let's ambush these fools that's coming out here like this. They got ambushed.
Yeah, they did.
You know, that's what happens in war. That's why they carry guns with bullets. That's what guns are made for. Even in the Second Amendment, the guns that we keep complaining that we need to have and everything, that Second Amendment was really for defense in a military type of way. We didn't have a real active military when it was first put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is what they do. So, and then we're over there as the consultants and the trainers and stuff, and there's like 800 of us over there doing this type of consulting and training.
Right.
The number really doesn't reflect what's going on. So the support elements are over there too. We don't police the whole world by ourselves.
Nope.
So why are you getting upset that a civilian chopper went in there and got Johnson out? Or why are you getting upset that the French choppers are in there giving support for this stuff like this? It's like you need to not know all that information. It's going to hurt your head.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this is all I really have to say about it. Stay out the military stuff. Sooner or later, if you get too much information, it's going to leak, and there's going to be more death because of it.
Right.
So it's like the best for you is to stay out. The military is trained in keeping those secrets.
One of the weirdest things to me that I see that go on in the news now is Donald Trump versus Kim Jong-un, and how it seems every other day it's we're about to go to war, we're about to go to war, we're about to attack, we're about to attack, we're about to kill you, we're about to kill you. And it's like there's no element of surprise in anything anymore.
No.
I understand exactly what you're saying. People, what were they doing in Niger? They were doing the work of the U.S. interest, and that's all you need to know. You don't need to know what they're doing over there. We have people maybe they're undercover, that their lives may be online, espionage. We have all kinds of stuff that's probably going on.
And you don't need to know.
And you don't need to know, and we don't need to promote it and put it on Fox News. It doesn't need to be on every news outlet talking about what's going on.
And you can't handle it.
Right, right. I want to be able to. Look at how people are acting now that we're about to go to war with North Korea. People's the end times, and we're the nuclear war threat, and everybody's scared.
The reality is, people read the book Hiroshima.
Right.
You won't see. You want to have your mind envision something like that. I'm not gonna say watch any of the movies of nuclear weapons being blown up, because they all glorify the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Read the book Hiroshima. I don't know the author of it. It's not a big book. It's a little book. Read that book. You want to see what really would happen if a nuclear bomb went off any place. Read that.
Right.
And stop all this hero beating on your chest. Because one, you're civilians.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put yourself in harm's way. Those poor soldiers, they went out and they knew it. Just like the president said, he's not an articulate man when it comes to being sympathetic or empathy or any kind of compassion. It's not part of his makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think he can really seize people. So it's not part of his makeup to be able to really show the true compassion that he feels. I think he had no malice towards the woman or anything. He just doesn't know how to talk right. So, yeah, because really, her son was probably in the glorious. He was doing what he wanted to do. He was a soldier. He signed up. You don't get to be in special ops just because you're number 27. But you got to sign up and go do the work. And at the other end, you get the rewards of a little pin.
Right.
That's all you get.
Right. But speaking of Donald Trump and his communication setbacks or his communications lack thereof skills, what kind of a businessman is a businessman that doesn't know how to communicate?
His communication is based on negotiation. He firmly has everything he needs when he goes in to negotiate something. He's going in there, and I bet 99% of the time he has one thing. His red line is still win-win. This is how he negotiates. He negotiates from a position of power. He's never had this much power in his whole life.
Right.
And he never had to face any kind of problems that dealt with people.
Mm-hmm.
It was all around money.
Okay.
In real estate, money, that's all it was. Now he has to deal with things that revolve around people. And he doesn't understand it.
Yep.
Even if he does understand it, he can't transfer it verbally. He doesn't know how. People don't exist to him. Facts and figures exist to him. Win-win exists to him.
Well,
people, What? Those. Oh, I see them.
Yeah.
That's them.
That's who they are.
Yeah, I knew they was something.
I had no idea that they existed.
That's not. I don't have a little dog. You know.
Well,
yeah, Donald Trump, and that's enough. People stop trying to make him into something that he's not.
well,
Utilize the skills that he has. He's the president. Make him stand and do the things that he can do, and that would be better for the country than trying to make him do the things he's totally foreign to him.
but he's still supposed to do them. He signed up. No one forced
Yeah.
him to sign up for the job. That to me, I don't know. I don't buy it.
And that's the other part. The most surprised person on the planet when he got elected was
Yep.
him.
Right, but he
Yes.
still accepted it. He still took the oath of the
Yeah.
presidency. There are expectations of being the
Yeah.
president that he should be held accountable to. Whether and I don't like
I
it any more
agree.
than anybody else, but
I agree. He should be held accountable to the things of the presidency. But Democrats, you lost.
right,
You lost your issues on the primary issues in his presidency.
yep,
You lost. So, you know, sure, you have the rights to make noises and all these things about it and everything, but you lost. It's like he has to take his primary objective is for his constituencies. The people
Yep.
who voted for him, that's who he's looking out for. I mean, I mean, if you just call it like it is, then it'd be all right. And same with trying to govern the military from both sides. You can't govern the enemy.
right.
It's like you're acting. Yeah, it literally sounds like you're acting for some accountability from the enemy as why they attacked, they ambushed these people.
Right.
It's like, are you serious?
Yeah, it's sometimes we are so spoiled in our
Yeah.
ways that we want all the information, classified or not. We want understanding, whether we are ready or prepared to understand or not, and we just want all things answered. And unfortunately, life doesn't work that way.
No, and it shouldn't work that way.
But still, rest in peace to the 4 soldiers, and thank
Oh,
you for your service to the 4 men who
Oh,
were
yeah.
attacked in Niger.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what they were doing over there in Niger either, but it's not my place to know. I don't need to know. It's a
No,
need to know
and-
basis.
And what they were doing during the actual ambush and the battle. I've been ambushed a few times. It's chaos.
Right.
It ain't easy.
Nope.
Nah. And you don't know what you're doing. One ambush I got, and we're walking up on a wood line in Vietnam, and they stopped. I don't know why they didn't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
They ambushed, yelling and screaming and trying to capture us and stuff. And one of my friends, he said, "What we going to do?" I told him what I was going to do. I would run.
Yep.
That's exactly what we did.
Yep.
We ran fast and high. You don't know what goes on in the ambush in the mine. That's the only thing I can think about was running.
Yep.
And we running fast too.
Right.
So it's like, for people, you're civilian, you see it in the news, you see it in the papers, they're asking for accountability, literally from the enemy.
Right.
It's like, are you serious?
And you get upset because we don't have the
Yeah.
enemy by the collar.
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
Why
Why did you? Right. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I'm the enemy.
Well, one of the things that we do know about is the fact that North Korea and the U.S. are still headed for some sort of a showdown or a possible showdown, even as early as late as this past recent, even as recent as this past Thursday. CIA Director Mike Pompeo said that the United States has to act if North Korea is on the verge of being able to strike it with a missile and act accordingly, and that President Donald Trump is ready to do so. What does that mean, Troop?
That means that just like what I was just talking about, all the things that we don't need to know is
Right.
taking place. We just moved the Eisenhower, I think is the name of the biggest battle cruiser that
Yep.
we have,
Yep.
into the area.
Yep.
You know, now somebody, he's asking, he needs to take and do it all. This. It's like, what do you want him to go over there and attack North Korea?
Right.
Is this what we want? Is it like, well, they said and this one said and this one said, well, we should just go punch him in the mouth. You know, is that what we're looking for?
Why? I don't. I think it's. I think we're getting more information than we're looking for. Well, they're saying things like they're on the verge of being able to create a missile to strike us with, and we're going to act accordingly. How do we know if they have the capabilities to reach us? And how do we know to attack before then? This doesn't make sense to me. That statement, the whole statement alone, doesn't make sense to me.
Cause we got all kinds of spies and stuff out there. We got spies to go.
Oh, okay.
We got lots and lots and lots and lots of spies.
I guess so. From a U.S. policy's perspective, we ought to behave as if we are on the cusp of them achieving that objective, Pompeo said Thursday at a security forum held by the Foundation of Defense for Democracies. They are so far along in that it's now a matter of thinking of how do you stop that final step. Whether it happens today or a month from today, we're in a time where the president has concluded that we have a global effort to ensure that North Korea leader Kim Jong-un does not attain that capacity. True.
Yeah, we got, and on the other side, the Ayatollah said, if you go with what you ought to do, I'm tearing up the nuclear agreement that we had.
Is it China?
No, Iran.
Oh, okay. So, True, do you think there is a chance, over under, one, that we are at war this time next year?
Actually, I do think there's a chance. Do I think it'll be a nuclear war? I certainly hope not.
Right.
But I don't think there's any winners in a nuclear war. I think the only real buffers that we have that we don't have a nuclear war right now is Russia and China.
Right.
I think that the United States is playing with little countries, you know, and the big ones are monitoring what's going on. We're still all the Iran thing and everything. It's all about Israel.
Yep.
You know, this Kim Jong-un thing and stuff, it's all about South Korea.
Yep.
You know, and Kim Jong-un and stuff, he has nothing to lose.
Nope, he doesn't.
You know, and these politicians, we become so callous with the way we look at things. We talk a lot and everything, and we act like we can't be suffered or we can't be hurt by anything that we say, whether it's on a big war or whether it's with legalizing legalizing prostitution. We can't be injured, you know, because we said this.
Yep.
Yeah. Really,
that's the problem.
Make a lot of sense.
It reminds me of a kid on the schoolyard. My dad can beat up your dad. Nobody could beat my dad.
Yeah.
And your dad's this little troll that comes to school only 4'5" and weighs about 110 pounds. And no one can beat my dad.
But your dad ain't here.
Right. Your dad ain't here, and he ain't that tough either. You won't get your dad hurt. And I hope that's not what happens with this country, but it just seems. I don't know. There's been so much grandstanding. It's hard for me to say if we'll be at war this time next year. Yeah, I'm sure we'll have little skirmishes where we'll have an airstrike like we did in Syria against the Assad regime, but I don't necessarily believe that we will be in a full-scale war, even the likes of Iraq. I don't think we'll even be in that type of a war. That the shock and awe and those. I don't think we'll be in war.
I think we're definitely headed towards that type of a war.
Okay.
I think we're definitely, because we're just talking ourselves right into it.
Yeah, we are. We're definitely, but hopefully that's what it is. It's just all talk.
And we're still at war.
Yeah, we are.
Afghanistan, we're still the war. That's an active war.
It is, but it is. It is an active war.
And if one of your siblings or something or children aren't getting killed, then it really doesn't affect you.
Right.
You know, that's sad. So, and if we listen to all these people out there who want justification, they want accountability, they want pre-knowledge to what's going on with the military and stuff, craziness. We need to stop that. We need to take a break from thinking that we can have everything we want our way and we don't have to do or give
anything at all.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
We need to step away from that for a minute.
Well, that's kind of what Barack Obama did when he was president. One of the things he did, he negotiated with Iran. He gave Iran concessions. He made deals with them. So, I mean, maybe we need a little bit more of that. Not someone saying, nope, we're not giving anybody nothing, but everybody's going to give us whatever we want.
Yeah, pretty much. It'll work for a while, but then it stops working.
It stops working completely.
Yeah.
And the only people that get hurt are the people in these lands that have no control over wars when they get started or ended.
I know. It's like war's not clean either, folks.
Nope. People die.
It's not. We can't even handle 3 hurricanes back to back.
Right.
You know, the infrastructure of the world couldn't handle 3 hurricanes. How you gonna handle a war?
Nuclear war, right, and all the things that come along with it.
Yeah.
Well, Troop, unfortunately, it is time to bid adieu. Tuesday, we're definitely going to be talking about the Worcester City Council debate.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to talk about that, but Tuesday we're going to talk about the debate that the Worcester City Council had and anything else that's going on in our hometown of Worcester, Mass. So we'll look forward to seeing you then on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll get to another 1,000 views on another video.
Or hopefully at least everybody has a little fun with it.
Right.
That's important in life, is to have fun.
Yep, that's right. So I'll be seeing you guys Monday. Troop will be back on Tuesday. Do not forget his show on Wednesday, Archangel, A Return to Chivalry, every Wednesday from 3 to 4 on blogtalkradio.com/Archangel, A Return to Chivalry, and on YouTube, which will be on Facebook Live and all other social media aspects. So, Troop, we'll see you Tuesday. Everybody, I'll holla.
All right. And you have that fun.
All right.